Isang malaking asam. And this is just a summary of what we have talked about buong month and also yung ating previous video. So kahapon, napakalupit ng mga nangyari is because we are already doon sa prediction natin. So we're sitting on top of it. Then we also want to acknowledge na okay, yes, we did really do a lower low, no? So, but also in-acknowledge din natin na this is might be the potential bottom is because we are producing a higher low while we are producing a lower low. So, what are the chances, no? So, yan yung mga pag-usapan natin ngayon. What is my updated report and also what is going to be the next move or what can happen for this week. And of course, for the next move entirely for Bitcoin. So guys, ako nga pala si Jose Bern. I've been here since 2017. I've been trying to share you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrency since 2021. So, kahapon sa Discord, nag-send ako ng picture. So, ito yung isa sa mga picture na yon. Okay. Remember, last week sinabi ko sa inyo, once we touch here, no? Nandito pa lang tayo nun. Biglang ngayon, nagtatouch siya tayo. This could be the start of the bottoming. So, this is the potential bottom. Nung nandito tayo, this is the first bottom. Now, we are in a potential bottom already. But, until it is confirmed, doon natin sasabihin na, okay, yeah, we already are out or nakalabas na tayo doon sa bottom stage. But, what I'm really scared about is because baka mangyari ulit itong ating 2015 which could really prolong, no? So, 2015, 16, 17, tsaka lang tayo mag-pump sa market, no? So, the question there is how possible is this? So it's very possible kahit si sinasabi to which is yung may-ari ng Cryptoverse, which is si Benjamin Cohen. For me, there's no confirmation yet na we may be entering that kind of phase, but what I can only see to confirm that is nagsisimula pa lang kasi yung dump kung titignan. Pag lumagpas ng 1 year and we're still dumping, it means we are entering this kind of phase. Okay, so nandun tayo sa medyo pero not totally entirely confirmed. Okay, so ngayon guys, also I want to talk about what could be the possible move for Bitcoin. So, if we're looking at the moving average, okay, so nandun tayo, no? Parang gusto niyo nang bumalik ulit sa ilalim. This will confirm the market to go further down, which is business as usual, no? Pag ang natin is na subukan, talagang umangat naman siya, nag-close siya sa above, then the next candle should really produce a really strong close as well above para masabi natin na okay, retrace to. So let's say that this is the bottom. Okay, what could be the potential retracement? Tapos saan natin kailangan basagin yung market na to para makapasok tayo sa bullish state? So sa akin, okay, sa Fibonacci, kailangan natin matest na yung 67 at mag-bounce sa 63 at pasukin yung 72. Tsaka pa lang tayo magsa-sideways para masabi kung saan talaga tayo pupunta. Okay? But once mabasag agad natin 67, that's a positivity or a positive move or optimistic move na agad to para sa mga nag-iisip na babagsak pa ba. So, dito yung levels na yun. So, chances are we may be able to touch the moving average 50 for the first time. Okay, kasi we never did. But if we do, that is already a clear signal as well that we might actually miss the bottom, which is dito. So, yun yung sinasabi ko din sa inyo kahapon na potentially we are at the bottom because the technical analysis is saying us. So, okay. But there are like kahapon, 'di ba? Sinendan ko kayo sa Discord publicly na nag-post na ako sa sa Meraki ng checklist natin. So may tatlo pa tayong medyo. So dalawa pa lang yung talagang na checkmark. So yeah, we need to update this every now and then. Titingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. But for now, tatlo pa lang yung talagang dehado tayo na totoong bottom na to. Pero dalawa dito nagsasabi na na talagang bottom na tayo. Okay, so number 5, i-share ko na sa inyo. This is the fear grid. Sinasabi na nasa bottom na tayo. Okay, yung checklist number 1 natin, ito yan. Okay, pero it's not fully bottom. Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na automatic kasi sa AI agent ko, automatic siyang nagbibigay ng bottom na. Although hindi pa, kasi ang trigger or nilagay kong prompt doon is once na mag-touch lang, i-alert ako tapos ibigay na yung checklist as confirmed potential bottom. So, yun yung mali ko dun sa prompt na yun. I-update ko pa. Pero for now, let's just focus on what we can do for this video. So, on this video, okay, sasabihin ko sa inyo na this is the key level, okay? But usually, we don't just break the levels. Katulad yung sinabi ko nga sa inyo, no? This is a very dangerous level to really test right away. It's because it will just prove that this is strong. Okay? Kung gusto niyo talaga na maging mabasag to, it needs to be retraced many times bago tayo bumasag. Okay? So, before we really say, okay, we're going to 72 to 76 to really break the levels. Okay, that this is already the bottom and we miss it out. But for now, it is still saying, okay, within this week coming and this coming week, okay, or midweek of June, is telling us na we're still going down and potentially we may be able to retrace 53, 54. Okay? Yun lang yung sinasabi sa akin. Okay? So sabihin natin, hindi din natin isasama yung ating manipulation. Dito tayo titingin. Okay? Ang sabi dito, 66. Okay? So sakto pa rin dun sa pointers natin or itong natin na yan yung mga levels na pwede nating habulin. Okay? So, ganyan. Okay, but anyways, let's move to our next topic. Because if sabihin natin, mag-bounce tayo towards 63 and it's not enough, okay? It's not enough by itself na masabi natin na reach natin 63. Okay, or 64 actually, nag-64 naman tayo, give or take, okay? Or kulang-kulang, sabihin natin 64,200. Okay, it's not enough, okay? The real recovery needs a confirmation, okay? And for BTC, okay, to stabilize, we need to see either ETF outflows to stop. Okay, so this coming week, there might be a ETF outflow. Even sa mga bettings, no, sa poly market, sinasabi there could be another outflow this coming week. Okay, then also since we're losing a lot of money kasi sa stocks, no. So, ETF inflows natin should be returning para masabi natin na okay, market is going to go beyond 66. Okay, kung sabihin natin dito, magbalik yung ETF, that is a very dangerous place to do it kasi we did that before, no? Dito, nag-inflow tayo dito, biglang bumagsak, nag-inflow ulit, bumagsak. So, parang opposite yung trades natin or counter trade yung nangyayari. Okay, so let's say, okay, ganun yung mangyari. Tapos sabay natin yung sa ETF inflow to return ng nasa ibabaw tayo ng 66, sabihin natin. Tapos yung treasury yields natin, since part yun nung prediction natin, ay makabalik na. So sabihin natin mag-cool down. Okay, yun na lang yung word na gamitin natin. And yung BTC natin mag-reclaim sa 66, then it is going to be a really good chunky bull run papasok ng 74. Okay? Pwede nyo sabihin bull run wise because dito yung level na magiging reactive yung mga altcoins natin. Okay, leading to some of those alts to reach a 618 level sa Fibonacci. Okay, so sabihin natin SUI or sabihin natin yung mga ICP, AVAX yan. Okay, they can reach to a 618 level. Ano yung 618? So, previous low, then previous high. So, yan. Pwede tayong umabot dito, tsaka tayo bumagsak. So, pasok na pasok pa rin yung prediction. Okay? So, yeah. So, if that happens, sabi natin, bull run yun para sa mga nakabili dito. Okay? But it will be just relief for us sa mga nasa spot at hindi gumalaw. kasi na I still believe that this is not yet the bottom, but potentially it is, as the technical analysis is showing us, no? So yan yung sinabi ko kahapon. Okay, but like I said, with the market that is happening right now, okay, what you don't want to break is the 50, or I mean the 60 60 60 100. Okay, kasi I believe this is just manipulation para i-push down yung market tas binalik agad just to really test it, tas balikan yung liquidity. Ang nangyari is we are suffering dito sa candle na to, biglang humina yung market. So dito natin malalaman na talagang retail lang yung gumagalaw as of the moment. Okay, so sabihin natin weak talaga yung bounce natin sa 63. Pag bumalik tayo doon, sabihin natin ayaw talaga umangat papuntang 66. Then nagkaroon tayo ng rejection sa 66, sabihin natin. Tapos yung retest natin from that level is nabasag yung 60,100. Okay, or 60,200 na lang. Sige, isiksik na natin doon. Okay, ang mangyayari is magkakaroon tayo ng liquidity hunt leading back to below 59k, which could push down us to the lows of 54 or 56 muna. Sige, 56 muna kasi pasok tayo sa Fibonacci, no? So 56 muna. Okay, so 56. Okay, so that's gonna be my analysis on that one. Okay, ayoko na masyadong stress on sa mga negative perspective, pero yun talaga yung nakikita ko. So I just don't want to give you more reason to hate it, but just to let you know, guys, okay, quit the emotions. We just have to do it. Then let's just wait for the best buying opportunity. I will let you know. Hindi nga lang kasing aga kung paano ko gagawin sa Meraki, kasi once na pipindutin ko na yung buy, sasabihin ko agad sa Meraki. Pero dito, guys, kailangan ko pa gumawa ng video para lang masabi sa inyo, ay, nakagawa na ako, nakabili na ako. Pasensya na, hindi ko nasabi sa inyo agad kasi gagawa pa ako video para lang sabihin sa inyo na nakabili na ako. But right now, the burden of proof is on the bulls for now. Okay, since we're seeing a previous candle with this kind of week, but not as strong as this for us to really see this kind of move. Okay, so this is still undecided. Let's just wait for the move. Once we see it, then therefore, I'm very sure that this market will proceed to where it wants to go. So basagin yung 60.200, then alam na yan, babagsak pa talaga yan. Okay, pero kung nabasag yung 66, okay, naging maganda yung basag natin sa 63 to 66, okay, ang retrace natin is above 64, okay, and then I'm very sure na every time that we puncture a level of 618, ang nangyayari is pumapasok tayo sa level of 236. So that's the way of the Fibonacci. Okay, so again, Bitcoin did not crash because of the crypto people stop believing in crypto or Bitcoin, just to really remind you, okay? But Bitcoin crashed because of the institutional flows, okay, that turned against it. Is because there's more money outside of cryptocurrency, and the macro refused to help the cryptocurrency, mainly Bitcoin, and AI took the liquidity, and that's the end of story of crypto crash that happened recently. Then there will be another thing. Then we just have to wait for the previous predictions that we did, but let's just do not take actions rushly, no? So, wag muna tayong padalos-dalos. So, intay-intay lang tayo sa sideline, bantay-bantay. Okay, pag nakakita tayo ng magandang setup, pag nakita ko na talaga yung bottom, I will let you know, okay? So, yun lang, guys. Chismis na lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuin, at kilusan. Sa gayon, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. Comment bleed kung gusto niyo ng big shoutouts tomorrow sa ating live. Have a great night.